Mike.
Ready.
88. 55. Mike.
And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. That's Greg Little, second-round pick from Ole Miss. He's the guilty party.
Get ready. Get ready.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike. Stop your body. Mike. 41. Watch the out. Watch the out. Hey, 41's Mike. 41's Mike. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
The shotgun snap for Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Great.
It's our time. It's our time.
Out of the gun, Newton. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Here's Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You can't block me. Check.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 38-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Not today, you are. Not today.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 21-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. He finds his man, Johnson. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Watson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30. To the 32.
Get him, boys.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check. 8.
Here's Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Facing short yardage on 3rd down, but he was able to pick up a very sizable gain.
He certainly was, and I think that maybe they were fooled a little bit because you and I both know this is a passing league, and that's not normally a running down, and they fooled him with it. Safety had to make the play. Otherwise, he's still running, and the next thing, he runs right into the goalpost.
Check. Lucky.
First carry from Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Let's go.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll try the air now with Newton. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line.
1st down, Panthers.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. From the gun, here's Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Oh, here we go. Gun. Mike 55. Mike 55. Short. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, watch the ball.
So that'll back him up 5. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on third down. Operating from the gun. Newton forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, it's Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
20.
Newton on first down. It's caught by Davis. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gun. Mike, 55. Check, 55. I got you. Mike, 55.
From the gun, Newton. And his throw is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They will run with Grant, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
40 worth the mic. 40 worth the mic.
Gun.
41. There it goes.
Great.
Shoot. Watch the shoot. Zoom.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. And he will score. It's a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
14 yards, good for a Panther first down. On first down, Newton escaping the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 8.
Second and 10. Newton again. On the catch, it's Jarius Wright. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Throwing again is Newton. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. This is Grant, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
First down, Panthers.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Mike 41. You got to wedge that out. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You got to be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan.
Complete to Chris Hogan. Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Here's Grant. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Newton. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Newton. He's going to air one out. And my goodness, this is... incomplete.
Incomplete. Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Check, check. Watch the slat. Watch the slat. Watch the slat. Watch the slat. Watch the slat.
Out of the gun, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, and this will complete to Will Fuller. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I got you.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Watson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
To throw is Watson. To throw on third down. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10. As opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. To throw again on second down. Allen, he finds an opening past the 40. They will find Davis. That's complete. And all the way up to the 46. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Watch the run, watch the run. Joker, 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 joker.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, Haywood. Hey, drop that.
First down, and they're going to throw without it. Dancing, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10.
Under 10, 10.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 6 man. Check girls, check girls.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson, he's got the hook up to Miller. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Mike set. 19. 5-4. He can't hang. He's not getting out.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They go back to Grant. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Here we go on 4th down. Now the ball comes loose, and the Texans scoop it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Got it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Again, it's Davis. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. They will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Chris Hogan, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one goes for 30 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Watson. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. The 20. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 45 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To the air, Allen. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. James Bradbury there to make the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, let's go.
10-31.
Watson operating from the gun. And a catch made by Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
54.
Hey, get in the weight room. Check it out.
Let's go.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. He finds Hopkins complete. Max Sharping, the guilty party. 2nd-round pick from Northern Illinois.
Set. 19. 31.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Right there, 54. That's it. Record. 22, check, Selma. 22, check, Selma.
Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get... And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Duke Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Allen. And that's caught. It's Hogan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Allen to throw once more. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Hyde. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down for DeAndre Hopkins. He's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up in... Complete.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 13.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
45 yards. That's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Around the NFL 4th quarter right now in Atlanta. And the Titans dominant. They have added to their totals in that one. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Lamar Miller. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 37-yard line.
Back to the ground. This time it's high. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Texans on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd at the 25-yard line.
Focus, defense, focus.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He's checking. Crash.
Line up.
Again, it's Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows